What is going on, guys? It is Utah Jazz Family, as known as Colton. So, today I got a video for you guys. I'm going to be giving you some domination tips. As you see here, I am on the Eastern All-Stars for Historic Domination. We are getting really close to this Scottie Pippen, man. I'm excited to get him. I'm actually going to be using that Scottie Pippen. So, just because of his defense, man, he'll be really good, and he can hit some shots. Um, but I'm going to be giving you guys some tips today. I know a lot of people have already made a lot of these domination tip videos, but I feel like I could give you guys a little bit of a different perspective. Now that I know a lot of people made videos on how you could do the post move glitch where, you're going up on a fast break layup, and it's right before you take off, right before you jump and hit the layup, you press left tackle like you're pressing the post move button, and then it will count the layup as a post move even though you didn't do a post move. You just pressed the button. So now this is going to be a different perspective on that now that that glitch is gone. So hopefully I can give you guys some new tips and hopefully get you guys through domination and historic domination. So first things first, on the loading screen, you want to press start because you want to get to these points of emphasis because you want to have this running before the game. So what I like to do, I like to tell my guys to get to the basket, shoot at will. Will help you to be able to because you want the tempo as fast as possible. You want to score points as fast as possible. Also, I set my defense and offense to crash the glass. I want them to crash the boards because more rebounds equals more MyTeam points in the game. I like to set my defense on conservative just because I like to let them score. I like to let them score to keep the tempo up in the game. I don't like them to set their offense, as you will see here in a second. And I just throw that on protect the paint just because that, I don't know. I mean, people will crash on the paint and that might relate into getting more blocks. So that's what I do for my points of emphasis. Let's get into this game. I'm going to show you the final tallying of points within the game first to point out a few things to focus on within the game you're about to play. You're going to want to make sure you take at least 5 3-pointers and 10 free throws within the game to earn these valuable bonuses. Both of those percentages add up to 100 points potentially to your final score. These bonuses are extremely important, especially in the games toward the end of domination and historic domination. The last game in historic domination, you have to obtain 890 MT points to obtain 3 stars from beating that game. Another thing I'd like to point out before we get into this gameplay is that I don't have any footage on post moves. You can add up a lot of MT by performing post moves, as they are 10 points every time you score on a post move. I also want to show you guys before the game that you don't have to necessarily hit shots from the post if you keep up the tempo in the game. Alright guys, first things first, you're going to want to try to win the opening tip-off. This gives you an advantage because as soon as you win the tip, your bigs are going to be cutting straight towards the basket to get in position while the defender is playing slow. I tried to hit Anthony Davis right here. He wasn't too open, but turnover. Here's an example from a different game in which I actually got a score right off the tip to show you guys. I hit Ralph right in the middle of the lane, and that's easy buckets. My next tip for you guys is when in doubt, pick and roll / pop. Here's an example of a pick and pop from Steph Curry to Anthony Davis. Here's another example of a pick and pop from Steph to AD. The reason I like to run this play so much, or cheese if you will, is because the play is quick to run and gets the screener wide open for a shot or a layup if the defense doesn't stop it. Here's a third example just to show you guys how easy and quick it is to score while running this play. As you can see, this is all within the first 2 minutes of the game. What I'm going to show you guys here is something I like to do on defense, and that is double team. This is to your advantage because it speeds up the game by not letting them get into their offense by forcing the ball out of the opponent's hands. This leads to a bad shot by Mikhail, which gets blocked and allows my team to get out on the break for an easy 2 points. Here's another example as I have Ralph come double Dr. J with LeBron. This leads to a bad shot from the corner that I can easily close out on and get on the fast break. Here's a different example that benefits you as I double team the Big O and it leads to Dr. J getting wide open for an alley-oop dunk on a quick possession. Here's an example of how double teaming forces the ball out of the defender's hands, causing them to force it and create a turnover. Watch and see how Dr. J comes out to help out on the perimeter and tries to drive, but the help by Anthony Davis creates a turnover and results in an easy transition layup. If it's too late in the shot clock to double team, just tighten up your defense and let them take a bad shot. This has the same result but takes up a little bit more time as they miss and we get out on the break. Once again, I know Jordan wants the ball to try and score, so I'm going to play my best defense on him and get a hand up that also leads to a fast break dunk for Paul George, aka Young Trece. Here's a clip of me switching out Steph Curry for Chris Paul. This is important to keep fresh legs on the court because when your players have more energy, their shots are more likely to fall. Now I'm going to show you guys why it's important to take care of the ball on offense. You don't lose MT for creating a turnover, but you do miss out on scoring opportunities. As you can see, I made a bad decision to try and hit Anthony Davis, losing out on an opportunity to score. Here I make another bad pass and have yet another empty possession. Something I'm showing you guys here is why it's important to hit your cutters driving towards the hoop. This poses two advantages, one being an easy layup and the second one being a chance to get to the foul line as the defender tries to catch up and defend the shot. Now watch as Anthony Davis cuts towards the basket and gets bumped by Patrick Ewing, but there is no foul call on the play. As you can see here, with Westbrook beating his defender and driving down the lane, it forces McHale to step over and help and sending Westbrook to the free throw line. Here's something interesting that not too many people will think about. As the quarter is about to end, we tend to want to put up a last-second shot no matter where we are on the court. I suggest if you have no chance to get a good shot up, do not take it. It will just lower your field goal and three-point percentage. You see how I get out on a fast break here off of a steal and I take off with Durant? If I have a teammate running with me, I like to think of it like this. A breakaway dunk by yourself is worth 9 MT points. A fast break dunk to a teammate is going to be worth 5 more at 14 total MT points. You see me doing this on back-to-back plays because it all adds up. One of the last things I'm going to show you is something I've picked up on while playing the CPU. You can tell when they are going to shoot. You see how Dominique is trying to make a move to get some separation? I do end up fouling him on this play, but you can play great defense if you stay down and get your hand in his face when he shoots the ball. Last but not least, please be aware of your three-pointers and your free throws taken. I cannot stress this enough. I've lost so many games because I haven't taken enough of those. You see me check it here at the end of the game. Check it constantly throughout the game just to make sure you have enough. One last thing before I wrap things up. At the end of the game, if you are worried about not earning enough MT for 3 stars, you can foul to extend the game. It doesn't matter what the score is, this will give you more possessions and a better chance of getting enough MT to complete the game. I apologize for the length of the video. I tried to keep it as short as possible, but also include everything I wanted to touch on. But I promise you that it will help you on your domination journey. Please feel free to leave any comments, suggestions, or questions down in the comments, or feel free to tweet me anytime on Twitter at Utah Jazz Family. Thanks so very much for watching, and stay safe out there. Catch me on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/Utah Jazz Family.